Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. We're at Jubilee Stadium in Kogarah, and this NPL Men's New South Wales Marathon, we're nearly at the finish line, the penultimate round of the 2024 season. Sydney Olympic versus Western Sydney Wanderers. We've got a mid-table melee for you in South Sydney. Eric Subihano here on the microphone, high up in the stand here at Jubilee Stadium. Such a wonderful facility. Two talented teams getting ready to do battle. For Sydney Olympic, trying to end their two-game losing streak. Last time out, they lost 3-0 to St. George FC. And for the Wanderers, well, it's been a long time between drinks, metaphorically speaking, for the kids in red and black. They haven't won since a 2-0 victory over Hills United in round 17. Let's get on to the two starting lineups. Firstly, for Olympic, expecting a 4-3-3, so in goal for them, number 20, Chris Parsons. Back four from left to right, number 12, Zach Zodicic. Number 4, Michael Glassick. Number 5, Ziggy Gordon. And number 2, Peter Politis. 3 in midfield, number 29, George Antonis. Number 8, Sam McElhatton. And number 14, Michael Vakis. And the front three on the flanks, number 11, Adam Parkhouse. And number 18, Tank Wall. And in at centre forward, iconic Irish goal-scoring legend, Roy O'Donovan, wearing number 99. Let's see. I've done a guess at that Olympic formation. Let's see how right I actually am. Anyway, for the Wanderers, I'm not game to guess a formation for them. So their starting lineup in goal for them, number 1, Tiger Harper. Then number 11, Meliwetu Nkomo. Number 18, Arwen Lawal. Number 23, Marcus Fernandez. Number 25, the captain, Riley Hollingdale. Number 27, Julian Kopp. Number 28, Luke Neuenhoff. Number 37, Ricky Franson. Number 47, Edwin Haddad. Number 77, Philip Giliotti. Number 99, Ryan Devine. And the two technical areas, what a couple of players these two were, by the way, is taking charge of Olympic, as has been the case for the whole of this season, is Labano Haliti. And in charge for Western Sydney Wanderers Academy is Richie Cardozo. We're just about ready to get underway. And by the way, shout out to the third team, the match officials in the center with the whistle. Ayad Naji, assistant nearest to us. Andre Give, assistant on the hillside of Jubilee Stadium is Aranath Gobinath. And today's fourth official is Mujtaba Ebrahimi. One final glance at the watch for Ayad Naji. There's the whistle. Away we go. Usual colors for both. The blue kits with the white pinstriping for Olympic, and they're known as the red and black, although this particular version of the Wanderers kit more black than red, at least when the players have the back turned to us. But yes, black kits with the red stripes on the front for today's visitors. And an early free kick for the home side, which McElhatton will take over. And the short option, trying to catch them out, and decent cross from Vakis. And it was O'Donovan who always seems to get away from his markers in the penalty area. And a quick shot, and it's gone just over the crossbar. So there's an early warning for the Wanderers, in case they needed it, about O'Donovan's goal-scoring abilities. He's the second highest scorer in the league for the 2024 season, 18 goals for the season. What a great signing he's been for Sydney Olympic. Cool with the tackle as Wanderers try to press out from the back. And Harper, left foot to send it towards halfway. That's a nice flick on. Could be the Wanderers' first attack here. Giliotti is the wide option on the left. Here's Fernandez. Now, left to Ryan Devine. And Devine does get decent enough crossing. Ziggy Gordon deals with it. Okay, so I think I've seen my first error with guessing the Olympic formation. I'm sorry, everyone. Hey. Didn't take me long to get something wrong. Anyway, Marcus Fernandez to the edge of the box. Decent run. And laid off. Here's the shot. And that, I think, was Ricky Franson. So, in the early stages, in the opening 2 minutes, both teams with a shot over the crossbar. So now that I've actually had a look at how the hosts are trying to set up, looks something closer to a 4-4-2 for Olympic. Parkhouse on the left wing, Michael Vakas on the right, and the front two being Kuol and O'Donovan. I think I got the rest right, so well, that's a small crumb of comfort for my own ego. As there's the short throw to Hollingdale, Wanderers skipper for today. Now, by the way, I think I've just got a better look at the players. I think that Wanderers shot we had about a minute ago was actually from Julian Kopp, number 27. My favorite number. Franson. So a little bit of a fast-paced opening, just Olympic standing off, letting the Wanderers have the ball with their centre-backs for now. But they're gradually starting to step up. Kopp backwards to Franson.
Number 1, Tiger Harper. Number 11, number 18, number 23, Marcus.
And there's Hollingdale. He's dropped deeper, level with the centre-backs, trying to start something for the Wanderers. Run from centre-back here. Wanderers trying the right side. And there's the tackle from George Antonis, former Wanderers Academy player. Kept in. Zoricic couldn't shepherd it out. There's the clearance.
Number 12, Lachlan Tilt. Number 20, Lucas Simmons. Number 35, Khan Needham. And number 36, Dallo Sandy.
Franson towards Fernandez, and Olympic timed the press at just the right time. It's Devine trying a Maradona spin, which hasn't worked out. No free kick either, so here we go with Olympic. And O'Donovan, Coog already charging to the middle. Here's Vakis. Now chance for Kuol, and they've scored early on. Sydney Olympic with the dream start. Set up by that great run and cross down the right side from Roy O'Donovan. Vakis couldn't capitalize. Ten Kuol could. It's his 8th of the season. And Olympic leading Wanderers by a goal to 0.
For Sydney Olympic, scored by number 18, 10 Kuol.
Barely 4 minutes on the clock, and I'm just looking at the replay on the laptop I have next to me. To call aided by a slip from a defender, but the composure was excellent from Olympics number 18. The cross ended up being a little bit behind him, but he kept his cool. First touch set it up for a nice left-footed finish, and Tiger Harper was left with no chance. Roy Donovan showing he can set the goals up as well as scoring them. And the man with 18 goals in the league season setting it up for number 18. As there's Franson across to Luke Neuenhoff. And Neuenhoff gets the ball back. Ryan Devine wants the switch, but the Wanderers will keep it at the back. Now, Vakis read the intentions, and then, nutmeg pass from Ricky Franson. Now, Hollingdale goes left. I think the target with the pass was Nkomo. Now, Olympic across halfway with Zoricic. And Nkomo's back defending. And Zoricic secures possession for the hosts. Back to back to Ziggy Gordon. Cool. Turns away from Franson. There's an option left. Looking for Parkhouse. Gets the deflection off Haddad. And then Parkhouse back to Antonis. Now, it's a nice ball for Parkhouse. Options arriving in the middle. Parkhouse sends it up into the sky. Might break for Vakis. He heads it. And then, it's going to be a flag up. O'Donovan offside, I think, off the header from Vakis. Now Harper. Wanderers start right from the back. Something interesting I've seen already, although it's very early on in this game. At times we're seeing kind of the two more deeper, more holding midfielders for the Wanderers. So that's Hollingdale and Kopp dropping level with the centre backs to try and drag someone out, create space for someone else. As there's the switch to the near side with Ryan Devine. And Devine beats two players and is also fouled. Good speed there from Ryan Devine, running a little bit like Courtney Vine. And quick enough to beat a couple of opponents there. Giliotti. Giliotti again, and Devine. Oh, sorry, that's Franson. Franson across to Neuenhoff. Layoff from Lual, and now Fernandez played it back to Hollingdale. Hollingdale goes left. Here's Devine. Promising position. And back to Hollingdale, and Olympic have done well there. Nobody dived in. And it's a little win for Olympic, although Wanderers still with possession. There's the run, trying to break the lines, and Parsons, he's off his line, doesn't get to it. Could be a chance, but the cutback doesn't find anyone. It was Haddad who had beaten the offside trap. Sharp enough to get round the keeper. There's enough Olympic defenders in the way to prevent a shot. Strong tackle from Hollingdale, followed by I was about to say equally strong tackle from Roy O'Donovan, but too strong, according to Ayad Naji. Just briefly, the two sets of substitutes. So for Olympic, the backup keeper is Monty Partington. He moved to Olympic in the mid-season registration window after starting the year with Manly United. There's also on the Olympic bench Jack Simmons, another former Wanderers Academy player in Oliver Pufflet, Darcy Burgess, Liam Rippon, and Gianni DePizia, who I believe is also a former Wanderers Academy player. Slip from Hollingdale causes the turnover, but that's very going to be simple for Harper. Now on the Wanderers bench, Lucas Sinnott is the backup keeper. The others, Matthew O'Donoghue, Nicholas Badwalato, Lachlan Tilt, Khan Nizam, and Dalo Sandi. This is one of 5 games to be played in NPL Men's New South Wales today. The action started not too far away from here at Seymour Shaw. A big game for both teams, this one, between Sutherland Sharks and St George City. That was a 4:30 p.m. kickoff there in Miranda. As Haddad tries the diagonal there, liking this tactic early, trying to hit Devine with crossfield balls. There's a couple of slips here. I'm just wondering if it's coincidental or actually something to do with the surface. Vakis unhappy, despite getting the decision. Perhaps he thought maybe there could have been a bit more of a sanction there for Devine after that foul. He believes Vakis believes he had a promising opportunity stopped there by that Devine foul. There's another Devine indiscretion also on Vakis. And Ayad Naji just keep a lid on that. And in fact, well, he decides the only way to keep a lid on that. Perhaps he didn't like what Ryan Devine said, but the number 99 for the Wanderers, the first player into the notebook. Politis gets it back underway, and it's an interesting ball to Vakis. A strong tackle just inside the box from Francis, so he needed to get that spot on. Good tackle from Politis, preventing forward progress from Fernandez at the expense of a throw-in. As the Wanderers go back to the keeper, so just thinking of other games being played today in this competition. And you can watch them all the same way you're watching this one at the live tab on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. But let's hold on, because here's Kuol. And Kuol. Also, I think decision for handball there against Kuol, I think. I don't think that could have been simulation, otherwise that would surely have been followed by a yellow card. Or, to use one of my favourite phrases, because someone quite close to us said it recently after that divine booking. Obviously, if the referee judged simulation, it would result in a yellow ticket. Hollingdale turns the ball. Other games in NPL Men's New South Wales being played today at 5:30 p.m. from Lambert Park, home of Sydney's best barista. Shout out to you, Joe. You do a wonderful job as always. It's Apia Leichhardt up against Hills United, and that's actually a big one for us here in the media team, because it is the final Football New South Wales call for the Adonis, Will Gotsis. And he's going to hang up the microphone, hang up the headset. Anyway, today is Will's final call, that Apia versus Hills game, which starts at 5:30. That's pretty good team there. The inner covering that game, as it'll be Justin Smith with the report. And 2 7 p.m. kickoffs in NPL Men's today. At the Palace, Marconi Stadium. Perhaps it's a chance for Marconi to see who they might want to sign for next season, because Marconi Stallions are hosting Blacktown City. 7 p.m. kickoff, and that'll be called by... what's his? He's got a few nicknames. Pretty Boy, the Russian Simon Hill, or my favorite nickname for him, the Pretty Russian. But anyway, it'll be Alexander Molchanov calling Marconi versus Blacktown. And also 7 p.m, a big one here at Barton Park. Another venue that's not too far from here, actually. St. George FC versus Central Coast Mariners. That one's key for the battle to escape the bottom 2 positions in this competition. Because just to catch up maybe for a couple of you who aren't aware, the team that finishes last, or 16th, is automatically relegated to League One Men's for the 2025 season. And the team that finishes 15th, or second last, will be entered into a 2-leg promotion relegation playoff with the second place team from League One Men's. Vakis, and yeah, you could hear that foul from here. And the Olympic fans, we can't see them, but they definitely made their voices heard in the lower tier of the stand here at Kogarah. They are not best pleased with that tackle from Ricky Franson. Well, this is discussed. Let's see. Well, there's 2 NPL men's games tomorrow, both at 3 p.m. Please don't be fooled by the feature image for this YouTube stream. Sydney United versus 58 versus Manly United is actually played tomorrow, 3 p.m. from Medensa Park. Alexander Molchanov is backing up and calling that one as well. And also 3 p.m. tomorrow, Wollongong Wolves versus Northwest Sydney Spirit from Sir Ian McLennan Oval. Parkhouse, goes low, not really an in-swing, he just tried to drill it and perhaps catch the Wanderers unaware with a different type of delivery. It went into the wall. Also, this is perhaps something familiar to those of you who are NFL fans, but in this league, we'll get a rare taste of Monday Night Football on the 19th at Illingdon Sports Centre, 7:45 p.m. kickoff in 2 days' time. Sydney FC hosting Rockdale Illingdon. Goal kick there. That's actually coolly done from Julian Kopp. Under pressure, but just won the goal kick. That'll allow the Wanderers a little bit of a breather. So, as Kuol applies the pressure to Harper. White to Neuenhoff, and Neuenhoff's ball out intercepted. I think that was McElhatton. So Olympic taking over once again. McElhatton is going to switch it. Politis has a chase, but he's got plenty of room. And it's a promising crossing position. Good cross as well. O'Donovan gets his head to it. And the second ball goes the way of Edmund Haddad. Ayadnaji has got to be quick. An alert to make sure he doesn't get in Haddad's way. Now Wanderers near side. Fernandez. And Fernandez slipped as he switched, might have affected the contact. So Parkhouse. Now Antonis. Vakis to Parkhouse. Good run. Right side of the box. Turns and delivers. Kuol trying to find room to shoot. And he hasn't given it up. Still not cleared, and eventually they get it away now with Awan Luwal. And now the early ball, well, that's Philip Giliotti. Well, Philip Giliotti, the number 77, he would have needed to be as fast as Valtteri Bottas driving a Formula 1 car to catch up to that ball. So, just a stray thought and going on another tangent. This is what happens when you have friends that are photographers. I've looked up at the sky and I think we're in the golden hour at the moment here. I don't know if our cameras can pick it up, but I look up at the sky and the ocean in the distance, and lovely colours. The pink and the purple of the late afternoon sky. Bit of white in the clouds as well. You know, pink, purple, and white. So three of my favourite colours. As the Wanderers have done well there in transition and win a free kick in a good attacking position. Haddad takes it to the spot. I wonder if there'll be a discussion with Hollingdale. Chris Parsons now trying to be inch perfect with the position of the wall. Parsons has settled for 2 in the wall. Everyone except Teng Kuol back to defend. Kuol trying to use Kuol's speed for any potential counterattack, of course. Haddad delivers. O'Donovan clears. Good in both penalty areas, Roy O'Donovan. Nkomo, and now Giliotti. Flag stays down. Low cross, and Politis got there ahead of the attacker. So smart run to the near post. Politis was alive to it. Now the bounce was awkward for Franson, but Franson has been fouled by Kuol. 18.5 minutes played here, roughly, at Kogarah. If you've just joined us, it's the Sydney Olympic leading by 1-0. The goal came in the 4th minute from Teng Kuol, set up by Roy O'Donovan. It's Eric Subihana here with the commentary for this late afternoon / early evening game from Jubilee Stadium. We've done I've talked about every game that's being streamed today on the Football New South Wales YouTube page, except for one. So in the interest of completeness, as classic, we'll play it back to Parsons. It's a massive game. It's all massive games, of course, but there's a super massive game at 7 p.m. It's the League One men's match of the round, the match of the round from the second tier, and don't the media love it when it works out like this, because it's a battle of first versus second in League One men's. That's our featured game for this weekend. Pretty obvious when you think about it. But 7 p.m. from Popondetta Park, it's the league leaders, Mount Druitt Town Rangers, up against second place Bulls FC Academy. 3 points of Mount Druitt, 3 points ahead of the Bulls. If Mount Druitt win tonight, they are promoted back to NPL Men's New South Wales at the first time of asking. But if the Bulls win, they will go top of the league with 1 round remaining. And just to add to that, there's Bankstown City in 3rd place, 3 points behind the Bulls, waiting to pounce on any drop points from the Bulls, so perhaps they can sneak it and get that promotion relegation playoff spot right at the death of the season, or of the regular season. Header from Hollingdale. I think Bo Clements will be on the mic there from Popondetta Park. Now, that looks offside. Well, it doesn't matter because ball's gone out of play anyway. Well, I'm glad to have this opportunity. I believe it will be my final men's commentary for the season. And it was given to me a couple of days ago. Work commitments prevented the People's Champion, Nicholas Kutniak, from calling this one. I think he's got Greyhound Racing from Dubbo that he needs to call for. Sky Racing, I believe. So thanks to Nicholas for alerting me that there was an opportunity. And we certainly hope the People's Champion is doing well. Another commentator who's offered great value to our media team over so many years. Classic. Now on the left touchline, Parkhouse to Zodicic, and Zodicic fouled. Free kick coming up for the hosts. The tall lads coming up from the back. Michael Glassic's very good in the air. Ziggy Gordon is going to put himself about as well. Just looking at how Olympic are setting up for this attacking set piece. You've got Vakis. I wonder if Parkhouse will make a late run or if he'll... Actually, Parkhouse is now going to be in the mixer as well. I think Vakis and McElhatton more towards the edge of the box. But anyway, everyone back for the Wanderers, and there's that photographer in prime position. I can see him to get a high-quality photo as Kuol delivers and goes direct for goal. Strong two hands there, but they haven't cleared, and Vakis prods it towards goal. Still alive. Header from Vakis again. And Coleman knew last touch off Olympic, so lets it run out. Goal kick. And for the time being, the danger is over for the Wanderers. Now, Kuol is certainly isn't taking it easy after scoring the early goal. Lots of effort pressing from the front. Looks like he's in the mood to make it as difficult for those two centre-backs, Nieuwenhof and Franson, as possible. And that in more than just an attacking goal-scoring sense. It really is defending from the front. Fernandez can get on the turn. Devine with the run down the left. And that's where the ball goes. Kopp. Gigliotti. And Gigliotti with the overhead cross. That will give possession back to Olympic. In this stretch, it's a bit much to call 2 games a stretch, but Sydney Olympic finishing the season with games against A-League academies. Of course, there's this one. Then in the final round on Sunday, the 25th of August, Sydney Olympic are back. Well, I mean, it's their home for basically this part of the season, but they're home here at Jubilee Stadium to face Sydney FC, and that is actually a women's and men's double header. Now that I think about it. Well, for the Wanderers, after this game, they finish away at the Palace, Marconi Stadium, to take on Marconi Stallions. Parsons will decide to go long. Towards halfway. Header from Franson. Then Glassic forward. Now Nkomo cushions it nicely for Kopp. Now the pass to Fernandez. Flags up. Aronath Gobinath has caught him offside. Politis now down the right-hand side, but opts not to cross early. Goes back to McElhatton. And back it goes to Gordon. Now it's the Wanderers pressing high. It's a bit of a role reversal, and McElhatton coughs it up. Hollingdale, but that's a good recovery from Politis. left now, Zak Zoricic. And that's defended well by Nkomo as Naji jumps out of the way of that Wanderers pass. Left they go again to Devine. So Devine takes on Politis once more. Oh, it's excellent defending. That's textbook fullback play from Peter Politis. Now Kopp. And now Nkomo. Good tackle there from George Antonis. Gets some encouragement from the Olympic technical area. O'Donovan leaves that for Vakis to the edge of the box. And Vakis shoots. Blocked by Franson. And a round of applause from some people in the lower tier. Unfortunately, we can't actually see them from our filming position. I don't know if they're applauding the block from Franson or the run, the attempted shot from Vakis. Or maybe they're just general fans of football and they were applauding both. I suppose that's possible. Glasic goes left to Zoricic. McElhatton slips and then couldn't quite keep the ball as he was getting back to his feet. Now 3-on-3 if the Wanderers are quick enough. A step over. Lual. Still Lual. Gordon stayed patient. The numbers are coming, but the Wanderers keep this move alive. Devine once more, left side of the box. Parsons imploring his defenders to step up. And Como now, as the other Wanderers fullback gets involved. Kopp to Hollingdale, and Hollingdale shoots. It's wide. And the Wanderers will not get a free kick there. Just to complete my earlier thought, yes. In the final round, because next weekend is the final round for both NPL men's and NPL women's, Sydney Olympic actually having a men's and women's doubleheader, as I said earlier. Franson turning away from Vakis. So it's the men's game between Sydney Olympic and Sydney FC, 3 p.m. here, Jubilee Stadium, Sunday 25th of August, followed immediately afterwards at 5 p.m. by the women's game. And this could be massive. It could determine a finals place for the Olympic women's team as they host Illawarra Stingrays. And it's a big day also be a big day for one of my favorite media people, Dominic Creniti. Clean-cut looking Dominic Creniti will be on the mic for both games here at Sunday 25th of August as Franson nearly trips on the ball and then decides to go back to Tiger Harper. So we'll remind Dominic to bring some throat lozenges because I think this is the first time he's called 2 games like back-to-back with a little gap between them. Yeah, he's going to need some, what I jokingly call performance-enhancing drugs in a commentary sense. But really, it's just throat lozenges. Relax. He's not taking anything illicit. Everyone relax. As Gigliotti, nice ball, but Zoricic has gotten there ahead of Nkomo. And Zoricic, well, want to make all the defenders proud. Never met a defender who didn't love a good shepherd. Normally you see that for goal kicks, but this time Zoricic letting the ball run out for a throw-in. Sent sideways to Politis. And now trying to drop it over the top, and Kuol has beaten 2 defenders to the ball. Kuol's around France, and now he needs a crossing option. Low cross, and then it's Parkhouse trying to flick it towards goal. It loops up and is easy for Tiger Harper. Now, the high press here. And no, it's going to go back for a foul, yeah. Just going back to my earlier thought, yes, when I said I referred to the commentator who will be here on Sunday the 25th for both games, Dominic Creniti, the clean-cut looking Dominic Creniti. Why do I call him that? Find him on Twitter, look at his bio, and you'll find out why. But it's not exactly something I can say on a stream. A great moment, though it was. No, that was said at a press conference last year. Hollingdale to Neuenhoff. And now the quick passes, but it's McElhatton on the end of that to break it up for Olympic. Then missed ball here. Kuol could be away. Here is Kuol, and he shoots. Got too much over the top of the ball to really trouble the keeper. Ball goes wide. Neuenhoff. Her dad. And her dad has won the free kick. By the way, if people like I'm just wondering if there are any of you out there who like my Formula One reference out there comparing Philip Giliotti to Valtteri Bottas, because they both have number 77. If your interests overlap in such a way to involve Australian football and Formula One, of course, then you would have loved Sydney FC signing for A-League Men's, the Brazilian Leo Senna do Brasil. We've got a whole season to think of Formula One and other motor racing jokes for when that young man is involved for the Sydney FC A-League Men's team. Anyway, that's something for later. As Fernandez, great ball, and a nice first touch from Nkomo. He slams the cross into Zoricic, and Parkhouse is back there to defend. O'Donovan drops deep, but he's followed, perhaps unsurprisingly, by a lot of defensive attention. O'Donovan wins the free kick. Yes. And, well, hang on. Did they... No, apologies, not quite sure what happened there. Olympics free kick, I think, impeded, but inadvertently, by a Wanderers player. Of course, if it was deliberate delaying of the restart, then that would have been another yellow ticket. Politis goes back to Gordon. And Gordon looking to get backspin on it to perhaps favour Vakis. Devine has won the free kick. And that's a very interesting battle. I love a good battle between winger and fullback. Vakis versus Devine. He's looking pretty box office so far. As the quick feed in midfield. That's a very nice run. And two options in front of him. Tries the reverse pass towards Awan the Wild does Edwin Haddad. That was great work from the number 47. And now, there's Nkomo's pass. And the blue jerseys take over with Glassick. Kuol. Actually, well, not often you see a player get their own chest down, but there you go, and then the flag's gone up. So ball's gone out. And Wanderers gaining territory. And the throw in down the line. And Colmore gets it back from, I think, Kopp. And now Franson. Hollingdale. Well, he's tried his best and then committed the foul in his desperation to hold possession. I think Hollingdale, for that lunge, has also gone into the yellow card. So second Wanderers player with a yellow ticket for this game. Parkhouse wins the throw. In a decent position. Do Olympic have like a long throw specialist? Any kind of Megan Campbell impersonator? Well, Zoricic will try. It's decent enough, I suppose. And call with the chest, but can't direct it towards a teammate. Devine now. And Devine is fouled by Vakis. Vakis is into the notebook. Well, I said that was a battle worth watching. Devine's got to be careful. He's already on a yellow card here. There's a lot of football left to be played. But actually, not just Devine. It's unfair to single him out, though. Perhaps there's we could do with a few cooler heads here, as the sun is pretty much set here. Always a beautiful sight, a sporting arena bathed in floodlight. Cobb and Como. No way past in that part of the field on the far side as we look at things. Glasic. Now, Glasic, that ball stayed in, so he was quick enough to work the ball back to Parsons. Oh, Vakis versus Devine again. Free kick. And Glasic. Gets it back from Zolicic. So once again, we go back to the keeper. Devine, another free kick. Tempers are getting frayed here with lots of people. Oh, except me. Back underway with McElhatton, and the touch goes backwards from Franson. Under pressure from O'Donovan. Wins the throw off Kuol. Kopp. Now Neuenhoff. Good first touch. Took it past Parkas, who thought about bringing him down. I'm glad he didn't. On the far side with Nkomo. Gigliotti. And Gigliotti is fouled. So, will they go direct from the free kick? That really doesn't look like they're setting it up to be that way. Also a lot of shouting in the lower tier below us. It's a shame I can't see what's actually happening. Anyway, touch off Fernandez. Goal kick. And about 5 minutes remaining in regulation time for this first half. As, I think that young ball person, I think he might be a bit fortunate. I don't think the camera would have followed him, because even from here I could hear that young man absolutely stacked it. Just going to check the replay. Is it? Oh, he's very fortunate. Tonight's camera operator, Willie, panned away just in time. So, yeah, there you go. That's your slice of luck for the week, young man. Room in front of Hollingdale, but he was facing backwards, so he goes back to the keeper. And now Glasic. Now Fernandez. Call again, more pressing from the front. And Franson was strong enough to at least not let Olympics goal scorer for today run past him, as it's played to Neuenhoff. So after a heated period of the game, everyone's taking a bit of a breather, perhaps for one final push before half-time. Outside of the foot pass, and then Como slips. So he tried to pivot on this surface. It's a bit of an unfortunate one because it was a nice ball there. Now Tiger Harper yelling out the instructions from the back, the Wanderers shot stopper, making sure his teammates stay alert and stick to their tasks. And Wanderers on the ball now. Nieuwenhof. Now back to Harper. Cool presses once again. That's coolly done. But the pressure's going to keep coming as the Blue Shirts advance, and it's a Wanderers free kick. Fernandez. Well, it's time to be a good company man and, of course, remind people of all the good work our media team is doing. So the match report as Parkhouse takes a tumble. I'll tell you about the match report and team of the week later. Wanderers on the move. Plenty of players forward here. So here's Devine, edge of the box. Goes backwards to Haddad. That's nice work. And then can't get it through as here's Vakis. And Vakis takes it around Kopp. Giliotti giving the universal signal for I got the ball. The officials do not agree. Vakis, a very lively character in the opening period. And of course he's been on the near side, so we've had the best view of what he has to offer in this opening 45 minutes. It's a great run taking it out from the back. McElhatton gets us back underway to Vakis. Vakis wins the corner. 45th minute. I'll try and keep one eye on Mujtaba Ibrahimi, although those of you that have listened to a lot of my commentary will know I do not have a great record of catching the signal for time added on when the fourth official raises the board. So wish me luck, everyone. McElhatton will deliver this from by the flag. The run is start, and it was often an Olympic head, but not threatening the goal in any way. Devine couldn't get it past Parkhouse. Back to Politis. The backwards passes have allowed the Wanderers to step up. That's nice work from McElhatton, and then a jersey tug that is about as subtle as my jokes in commentary. Awan Luwal giving away the free kick. And Olympic really want to push for a second, deciding there's no time to lose. So I don't think the fourth official has signaled time added on yet. Anyway, here's McElhatton. Tried the finesse pass and might break for Parkhouse. Strong tackle in the box from Nkomo. Kopp finds Franson. And then Franson, they've got out of trouble nicely. Fernandez has got room to run. 6 Wanderers forward in this attack. Could be 6 on 5 if they can get it right here, the Wanderers. Here's Devine once more. And then Gordon covers. Franson to Hollingdale. Kopp has a couple of runners. To the wall. Tracked by Glasic. Fernandez. And Fernandez. There's another slip. It's like the Warthog Cup final was played here 3 days ago. I don't remember that much slippage, but of course, there has been a lot of rain in Sydney for 3 months. And O'Donovan winning a free kick, and that's going to be a yellow card as well to Nieuwenhof this time. Well, it's quickly followed by a second yellow card. So the Wanderers will play the rest of this game with 10 players. And Luke Nieuwenhof, well, you can only assume that the second yellow was for something he said. But Luke Neuenhoff, 2 yellow cards in a very, very quick succession, followed by a red. Wanderers a goal down, are now 1 player down as well. And a lot of thinking for the Wanderers head coach Richie Cardozo to do at the halftime break, which is nearly upon us, surely. We'll have a bit more time added on thanks to those recent events. We've already had 2 minutes of time added on. Nice ball by Parkhouse to Zoricic. Zoricic rides the challenge and the cutback to Kuol. Touch goes backwards. It's given the Wanderers a chance, and they did defend well, but nice work from McElhatton. Now Vakis, and Vakis shoots. It's wide, but it's wide because of a deflection. Corner kick. I mean, you think this would be the last chance to score before the teams head down the tunnel for half-time. Everyone back for the Wanderers to defend this set piece. McElhatton, as Parkhouse is the short option. Trying to catch them napping. Good cross from Parkhouse. Gordon's in the mixer. And, no shot. And that's it. Half-time. 1-0 to Sydney Olympic as the teams head to the dressing sheds. The goal came in the 4th minute. Tank Kuol finishing nicely after the assist from Roy O'Donovan. And this has been a fascinating game, so I can't wait to see how the second half plays out. This is Eric Subihano with the commentary from Jubilee Stadium. We'll take a break of about 10 minutes or so, then we'll be back for the second half.
And also a reminder, if you haven't got your merchandise this season, you're feeling cold, scarves and beanies are available. Otherwise, sit back, enjoy, and I think we'll be back out shortly for the second half. And for the second half.
Welcome back to the second half of our coverage. Round 29, NPL Men's New South Wales action, the penultimate round for 2024. And it's a case of so far, so good for the hosts, Sydney Olympic, leading by a 0 over Western Sydney Wanderers, who also suffered a red card right near the end of that first half to Luke Neuenhoff. So it's 1-0 to Olympic and 11 versus 10 from their perspective. Let's see how the second half plays out and how the Wanderers adjust to this situation. And there's the whistle from Ayad Naji. Away we go. Now for Olympic, I can say there were no subs at halftime. I was keeping track of the shirt numbers as they walked out from the players' tunnel. And I believe, actually, 99.9% confident that the Wanderers have not made a substitution. Despite that, as I said, that red card to Luke Neuenhoff does look like Riley Hollingdale has dropped into central defence alongside Ricky Franson. And let's see what other kind of adjustments the Wanderers head coach Richie Cardoso has made. But first they got to deal with this Olympic attack. O'Donovan assessing his options. And, well, the dummy by Parkhurst ends up working for Zoricic, although he had to scramble. Then they go back to Olympic, and now it's Ziggy Gordon. I've been looking around the grounds, checking out the other YouTube streams. So in the earliest of the kickoffs, as the foot in there from Franson, possibly a little bit of a sore one as well. Then Lual finding Giliotti. And Lual can't find him again, but yes, in the 4:30 p.m. game, down at Seymour Shore. Last time I checked, it was 1-0 to St. George City over Sutherland Sharks. In fact, that is still the case as I check the live score app. And actually, it was a nice finish by, I believe it was Solomon John Monaghan Vaika, and a very nice call from Dublin David Feeney, who's down at Seymour Shore to call that one. Zoricic is getting the supporting run from Parkhouse. Instead, he chooses McElhatton. And McElhatton delivers straight at Tiger Harper. So the other game that's currently in progress, it's getting near the end of the first half at Lambert Park. RPL Leichhardt 2, Hills United 0. Goals from Ben Gibson, I believe, and Jack Stewart. As Kuol, and the ball and across the box it goes. Harper falls on it. Also, can't see, Hills United have had a red card, so it's tough going for two of the teams in the relegation battle at the bottom of this competition. It's a real mix there. 6 teams close to each other at the bottom. Not just Sutherland Sharks and Hills United, also St. George FC, Central Coast Mariners, Sydney FC, and Manly United. So, well, this is going to be very intriguing. I think the intrigue will continue in the relegation battle when the 7 p.m. game at Barton Park kicks off between St. George FC and the Mariners. Manly United playing tomorrow, a 3 p.m. kickoff. They're travelling to Odense Park for that one, their game. Now Lual bounces it back. There's Nkomo. And Nkomo looking for the curler, and it did have some curl, but not enough to beat Parsons. Franson sweeps that up, but can't find it. Devine. Now, yes. Just thinking, oh yeah, by the way, just to cover off everyone that is in that relegation battle I just mentioned, yes, there's a Sydney FC playing at Rockdale Illingdon on Monday night at Illingdon Sports Centre. So that was rescheduled after the Waratah Cup final, in which Rockdale were defeated by RPL Leichhardt here on Wednesday night. So that game was moved to give Rockdale a little bit more recovery time. Zoricic was the run, but the ball did not get past Nkomo. So Lual to Giliotti, and Giliotti is brought down. Hollingdale in his new central defensive position finds Franson. Now Devine. There's Giliotti playing. He's playing deeper as well after the red card. And now Lual's going to chase, but that's well read by Michael Glassick. Back at Sydney Olympic, of course, after a stint overseas. Gordon. Back to the keeper. Passing goes forward. The first touch off the keeper clearance is from Nkomo. Olympic getting it further forward. And O'Donovan will chase, but that's a nice touch. Dealt with well by Riley Hollingdale. Franson to Hollingdale. Wanderers skipper. Olympic pressing high. Of course, the player advantage. I think there'd be more opportunities for Olympic to press high in the second half. Harper goes long, and it's a good header from Glassick. Franson brings it out of the night sky. Very much the night sky. Actually, look in the distance and see lights on the horizon. Always a lovely sight, no matter where you are. Lual can turn. Here's Haddad. And Haddad, Devine was the target. Good interception from Politis. Give and go. Back to Cobb. Now the header back. That's going to break for Devine. He shoots first time. It's high and wide. And that's better from the Wanderers. It was a presentable shooting opportunity. He could even have perhaps taken a touch and advanced it closer to the goal. Nice header there as well to set it up for Devine. Let's see. Well, at least off the goal kick, they were set up. Wanderers set up like a 4-1-3-1. Julian Cobb on the ball now, deepest of that midfield quartet for the Wanderers. Got Giliotti and Haddad out wide. Fernandez just in front of him, and then Lual, the sole player, up top for the red and black. There's the cross from Haddad. Handball shouts not heeded. Olympic will resume with a throw-in. Good distance on the fur from Zoricic. Very Megan Campbell-esque. And good strength there from Kuol, trying to find the ball to Bakis. And well, that's the thing. Let's see what happened. O'Donovan has been pinged for the foul here. There's a bunch of people who are not impressed with that challenge from Roy O'Donovan. And he goes into the notebook. My very unofficial handwritten tally, that's 6 yellow cards. So let's hope that's the last of the 6. And Wanderers preparing a substitution. I saw number 12, so that would be Lachlan Tilt. He's getting ready to come on. And Mujtaba Ibrahimi getting the instructions. Gee. Does he have a board with him? No, anyway. No way through in the middle of the field. Ball goes back to Hollingdale. Hollingdale gets it back from Nkomo. Not much movement in front of him, but he does find Nkomo. Here's Lual, little pocket of space here, and Lual options either side. He wants to keep it with himself for now. and he's won the throw. So, attacking throw for the Wanderers. And is this also the time when they make the sub? Yes, it is. There's no board that would make this easier to tell, but let's see. So it's Meliwetu and Como. He's makes way. He's replaced by Lachlan Tilt, number 12. So that would be presumably another reshuffle. So it looks like Tilt is going to be a central defender, and Como was playing at right back.
Substitution for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Coming off number 11, Meliwetu and Como, and he was replaced by number 12, Lachlan Tilt.
So now, yes, Tilt at centre-back, Julian Kopp at right-back, so that would put Riley Hollingdale back in central midfield where he started the game for the Wanderers. And there's Kopp, good first work, good first job, but now that he's at right-back, taking it away from Parkhouse, and that's coolly done from Tiger Harper to dink it past two on-rushing Olympic players. Haddad here's the shouts, finds his captain, Hollingdale, and they'll go left. Well, they were trying to go left, but Vakis was too quick. Prevented the diagonal ball, and he's gotten past the challenge. There's runners, one of them's O'Donovan, leaves it for Parkhouse. Parkhouse trying to go the long way around Kopp. Does get the cross in towards Kuol. Tries the knockdown. It's away from danger. I think by Hollingdale. Politis fouled there by Gigliotti. So I mentioned earlier, next weekend here, Sunday 25th of August, at Jubilee Stadium, a Olympic men's and women's doubleheader. The men playing Sydney FC at 3 p.m. on Sunday the 25th, followed by the women playing Illawarra Stingrays at 5 p.m. Actually a busy time for the Sydney Olympic women's team. As the ball's played centrally, there's a lot of blue jerseys in that area. One of them is McElhatton on the ball, and he gets the shot away across the face of goal. But as for Olympic women's team, they're actually playing, they've got a busy, shall we say, a bit more than a week ahead of them. Because tomorrow, 5:10 p.m., they're going to the Arctic Circle to face Gladesville Ravens, who, just like the Olympic women's team, very much in the mix for the NPL women's finals. That's a top 4 series in that league. 5:10 p.m. kickoff, Gladesville Ravens versus Sydney Olympic, called by Interlions under-20 superstar Annabelle Banfield, who will be rushing from her game to call that one in the freezing cold at Macquarie Park. Annabelle, she's not quite my favourite Interlions player of all time, but she's up there. And then the Olympic women's team have a midweek catch-up game Wednesday, the 21st of August at Valentine Sports Park Field, number 3, up against Football New South Wales Institute. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff on the 21st. And then they end their season, they end their regular season at least with the second part of that doubleheader I mentioned, Sunday the 25th, when they host Illawarra Stingrays, who have been in excellent form. Olympic playing round the press. George Antonis. The ball towards Parkhouse. I think Parkhouse will get there. And the cross, Harper's has got to be quick. It almost got over him, but Harper, tall lad and good hands there. He also had O'Donovan charging in, as he always does. He timed the run well, looking for the the finish from point-blank range. But Harper's done enough there to prevent that. Score stays at 1-0 to Sydney Olympic over Western Sydney Wanderers. Now, is it 59th minute here in Kogarah? And Hollingdale to Kopp. Now, Lual and Hollingdale's brought down by Zodicic. And they wanted to take it quickly, but Ayad Naji preventing that because the ball was moving. So Haddad, think about it, and then only chance of catching him out with a quick free kick has gone. So now Haddad will consult with Hollingdale. And the taller lads up from the back, Franson and Tilt adding their height to this set piece, but he'll go direct. And Parsons, you wouldn't call that a bobble, took his hands off it, but he was lying on top of the ball, so no chance of an opportunity from the rebound there. actually. There's been a goal at Lambert Park, and it's a third goal for RPL Leichhardt right at the end of the first half of their game against Hills United. RPL leading Hills by 3-0. Ayadnaji steps out of the way. Now Hollingdale. It's tilt. Tiger Harper well out of his goal for the back pass. As all keepers have to be these days, very confident with the ball at his feet. There's the giveaway. Kuol secures the ball. He's got the runner. It's Parkhouse. Nice ball as well to Parkhouse. Cuts inside. Parkhouse with the right foot. Blocked by Franson. That's great positioning, and this might be a sore one. There's actually, of course, you've got to take even the slightest suspected head knock with the utmost seriousness, so good work there from the referee, Ayadnaji, to stop the play. We've got a full-time score at Seymour Shore. Sutherland Sharks 0, St. George City 1. So that'll really boost St. George City's push for a finals place in what would be their first time in the finals of this particular division. The club now based at Penshurst Park, having risen through the divisions, starting in the 4th tier, back when there were 4 divisions. Now, we're going to see a double substitution for Sydney Olympic. So what's Labano Halidi cooked up here? Number 9 and number 6, which would be Oliver Pulford, number 9, and Jack Simmons, number 6, coming on. Adam Parkhouse, number 11, has made way, and I think number 8, Sam McElhatton, is the other player to be withdrawn. Hey, I figured that out before the ground announcer. Go me. Looks like 2 straight swaps as well. Poflet's going to be on the left side of that Olympic attack, filling the role that Adam Parkhouse did for the opening hour or so. Poflet, a right-footed player, a former Wanderers Academy player, by the way. He'll offer something different to the left-footed Parkhouse. I think Jack Simmons, number 6, is going to slot into midfield alongside George Antonis. There's the ball to Kopp. And Kopp, well, Kopp is a very tidy player now. Had a couple of challenges thrown at him from central midfield. Started the game in central midfield, now right back.
And number 11, Adam Parkhouse. And they were replaced by number 6, Jack Simmons. And number 9, Oliver Buffett.
While very heavy attention there, perhaps not surprisingly, he's given the ball away. Fernandez circles away from the press and then gets it back from Devine. Actually, you know what? I'm just trying to do some maths on the fly, but we'll hold on here as he goes down. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. And the 10 players of Western Sydney Wanderers with a big chance to equalise. Julian Kopp got to the ball before Zoricic, brought down in the box. Ayadnaji has pointed this to the spot. And it could be a big moment in this game. Who's going to take the responsibility from 12 yards? I think it's going to be the skipper, Riley Hollingdale. Scattered boos from Olympic fans. Parsons, outstretched arms, trying to put Hollingdale off. Here we go. And it's coolly done there. And Riley Hollingdale has equalised for the Wanderers. It's 1-1. A little stutter in the run-up. And then he made no mistake, slamming it into the back of the net. And well done to the kids in red and black. Not phased. They're going down to 10 players. They've still tried to play their football. And there's the reward, courtesy of Riley Hollingdale from the spot. 1-1 here at Jubilee Stadium.
The score is now Sydney Olympic 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 1.
Now, let's see. They do have 2 sets of fresh legs in the form of Jack Simmons and Oliver Puflet. What response do Olympic have? Before I forget, time to be a good company man. Of course, keep an eye out for the match report of this game, which will be available later tonight on NPL New South Wales socials. Boom forward by Lachlan Tilt there. Believe it's Jack George with the report for this game, a man who is would be the same age as these Wanderers Academy players, if you can believe it, Jack George. Tackle there from Devine, and the shot, wouldn't have counted anyway. Goes back for the foul on Devine. And yes, in fact, the Wanderers preparing a double substitution here. 36, I see. That would be Dalosandi. I also see the 3 of Matthew O'Donoghue. And making way. It would be 47, Edwin Haddad, I think. Oh, player gone on the far side. So Ryan Devine, who was on a yellow card from very early on and then continued to, shall we say, take some risks. Ryan Devine, he's been substituted there. So Edwin Haddad, the other player to make way. And it looks like 2 straight swaps. Matthew O'Donoghue has gone straight to left back, replacing Devine. But he's under pressure now, and Franson defends the cross. But there's a Wanderers player down in back play. Is that the player that just came on the field? Naji's going to check on his welfare. The Wanderers physio is already ready to enter the field, and yep, there's the signal. Of course, yep. Got to take any suspected head injury seriously.
Substitution for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Coming off number 47, Edwin Haddad, and number 99, Ryan Devine. And they were replaced by number 3, Matthew O'Donoghue, and number 36, Dalosandi.
Yep, so that recent Wanderers double sub confirmed by the ground announcer, and no more Devine time for us this evening.
Sydney Olympic FC would like to acknowledge the wonderful support it receives from our commercial partners.
I love a good sponsor read.
Simon Kirkwood Jewelers, Claras Construction, Canberra Lease Club, Crown Plaza, Conquest, Beckett Bank, and Kelly Partners.
And, well, I hope everything is okay, because that's not the quick check I was hoping for. And while actually good to see the player's back to his feet. So I'll have to leave the field for the time being. So for at least a brief moment, Western Sydney Wanderers will be down to 9 players. Until, I think it is Dalosandi, who is little Dalosandi's way back in the field. That's an unfortunate one for the young man. Took a knock almost within 60 seconds of entering play. But fingers crossed he'll be okay to continue. Yeah, it looks fine. He's turned straight to the field, so he'll just wait for the signal. But it's 11 on 9 for at least a couple of seconds. So perhaps very wisely, Matthew O'Donoghue just tries to throw it as far forward as he can, and there, Sandy's back on the field. That's good to see. O'Donoghue is fouled. And there's going to be a substitution. It's always good to be at the same side as the technical areas. There's been a lot of subs in the recent minutes. That number 13 is Liam Rippon. Who's the player that's going to make way? Of course, now players can leave the field at the nearest touchline. Might be Ten Kuol. He's walking off slowly, and yep, Ten Kuol. Olympics goal scorer. Replaced by Liam Rippon. Rippon going up front alongside Roy O'Donovan. Rippon immediately getting instructions from the Olympic coaching staff. Tilt. Drills it. And now he's got to be alive here and keeps it away from Rippon. Lual now. Good ball to Kopp. Kopp looking for Lual, and Lual is the person who committed a foul on Gordon. We might see an Olympic physio on this time. Bit of a heavy fall for Ziggy Gordon. Let's see, at least he's sitting up. Okay, that's all right. So, Ziggy Gordon, not moving freely, but, all centre-backs are tough characters, so he'll be, and yeah, good to see the sporting high five or low five there from between Gordon and Lual. Gordon knows that was not intentional there. Switch of play to Zordicic. Zordicic finds Pufflet, tracked by Tilt. Pufflet crosses, and at the near post, he's O'Donovan. Oh, he's so sharp in the box. Couldn't quite wrap his foot around. Okay, apologies, that was Ripon, not O'Donovan. It was a near post run Roy O'Donovan would have been proud of, though. Ripon couldn't quite wrap his foot around it to trouble the goalkeeper. Now, yes. Oh yeah, finishing my thought about the things related to this game, as the Wanderers will, well, they tried to play out from the back. Ripon and O'Donovan having none of that, so Harper goes long. Yes, the match report for this game will be available later tonight on the NPL New South Wales socials, and as always, massive thanks to our fearless leader in the media team, as Franson blocks that, and there's exactly one handball shout, which is ignored. But yes, Football New South Wales media manager, our fearless leader, the Greek god of Football New South Wales, Mark Stavroulakis, doing such great work to put all these match reports up and arrange everything in a media sense. And there'll be also the team of the week for NPL Men's New South Wales on Monday. Always interesting to see who makes that. Compiled by 3-1 votes from the media as that is broken up. Classic plays it forward. But send your angry DMs elsewhere, because I don't vote for the NPL Men's Team of the Week. Well, Buck is still running in the legs, and he's round the defender. So 2 runners in the middle, and now looking for O'Donovan. Here's O'Donovan. That's a penalty, and yes, it's very little in the way of protest. That was about as clear as it gets. Julian Kopp pinged for the foul. Roy O'Donovan too sharp in the box on that occasion, and it's a chance for Olympic to go back in front via the spot. Now, unfortunately, I am not Dublin Dave Feeney, so I cannot call the Roy O'Donovan penalty in Irish. Maybe I might chuck some other language in there. Oh, I'll see how I feel. I'll see how we go. Anyway, it's Roy O'Donovan up against Tiger Harper. Here we go. O'Donovan sends Harper the wrong way. Olympic are back in front. And one of the best penalty takers this competition has ever seen has done it again from 12 yards. Sydney Olympic 2, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. And now we're in the final 20 minutes. Roy O'Donovan's 19th goal of the season. And the man from Cork has done it again for Olympic. Will Olympic be popping open the champagne bottles after this game? It was an excellent penalty. I think he has a 100% record since joining Sydney Olympic. Once again, a fantastic penalty from Olympic's number 99. As there's the shot here. Parsons falls on it. Are we going to need to stop play again? Parsons believes so, and yep, a stoppage. Apologies, haven't caught who that Olympic player was. It might be one of the substitutes, actually. Number 6, Jack Simmons. I think I see a 6. At least he's sitting up, so while we sort out this situation, I might just go through other streams. Good to see Jack Simmons back to his feet, but I might at least kind of drip feed some other streams for you, because yes, I think the only streams for this weekend I haven't mentioned yet are the women's streams. And there's... Wait, oh God, I've forgotten how to count. There's 8 women's streams available for you tomorrow on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. 7 of them from the top tier, NPL Women's New South Wales. And the women's action starts at 4 p.m. tomorrow from North Taramara Recreation Area. Northern Tigers versus University of New South Wales and their star winger Abby Lemon. And they've got the best possible caller for that game at North Taramara. Yep, that's right. I'll be calling Northern Tigers versus UNSW tomorrow at 4 p.m. There's 4 NPL women's games at 5 p.m. tomorrow, including the match of the round at Linwood Park. MacArthur Rams versus Bulls FC Academy. Rams versus Bulls. We call that the Old Farm, and that'll be called by the Serbian Martin Tyler Nikola Pozda. Also at 5 p.m. tomorrow, Emerging Jets versus RPL Leichhardt. And down on the south coast, Illawarra Stingrays versus Northwest Sydney Spirit is at 5 p.m. That'll be called by Wollongong Saxboy, Thomas Phillips. And Also at 5 p.m., Sydney University versus Manly United. Then, as I said a bit earlier, at 5:10 p.m. from the Arctic Circle, Gladesville Ravens versus Sydney Olympic, called by Annabelle Banfield. And then at 5:30 p.m., it's Football New South Wales Institute in what will be their second last first grade game before they are disbanded at the end of the year. But Football New South Wales Institute versus Blacktown Spartans, 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. Technically an Institute home game, but it is at Blacktown Football Park. And there's also the League One Women's Match of the Round. The Match of the Round from the women's second tier. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's a big one. We'll decide top 4 places between Bankstown City and SD Raiders, 3 p.m. from Jensen Park. Shot comes in straight at Tiger Harper. And yet that Bankstown City versus SD Raiders women's game will be called by Dublin Dave Feeney. Now, I see Darcy Burgess is getting ready to come on for Olympic, as is number 19, Gianni DiPizio. Now I've got a little bit paranoia about this. I really hope I didn't miss a Wanderer sub. No, I did not. I don't think I did. Anyway, Olympic double sub, as I give more gratitude to the universe for being on the same side as the technical areas today. But yes, Darcy Burgess and Gianni DiPizio waiting to come on, and yep, they've signaled to come on. So players have left the field at the far side. Oh well, just listen to the PA.
Coming off, number 14, Michael Vakis, and number 29, George Antonis, and they were replaced by number 10, Darcy Burgess, and number 19, Gianni DiPizio.
Okay, so just in case Mike's did not pick that up, more good ground announcing work there. Wanderers free kick that, but yes, Darcy Burgess replacing Michael Varkas on the right side of the Olympic formation, and Darcy Burgess wearing number 10, and number 19, Gianni DiPizio, replacing number 29, George Antonis in central midfield. So now Olympic will finish the game with 2 different central midfielders to which they started the game. Wanderers preparing yet another double sub. So that would be number 8, Nicholas Bardolato, and number 35, Khan Nizam, who have the bibs off. There we go. So who's making way? Number 77, Philip Gigliotti. I think. Oh no, sorry, that's number 27, Julian Kopp. He's one of the players to be withdrawn, and I think actually I might have inadvertently got that right. I think that's Gigliotti leaving the field on the far side. He's unfortunate with the penalty, but I think Julian Kopp, he's had a good game. Very technically gifted player. There's Julian Kopp, done some good work in central midfield, also at right back, and yes, seeing a technically gifted, really neat central midfielder like that. Julian Kopp really, in a Wanderers Academy sense, he's following in the footsteps of Lachlan Constable. So who's at right back now? Or is it just a change of formation? Maybe they've gone to 3 at the back. Yes, I think that's what they've done. So the Wanderers down to 10 players, but also getting close to kitchen sink territory here. The Wild can't make it stick, and Gordon will bring it away. Yep, looks like it's now 3 at the back for the Wanderers. O'Donoghue, Franson, and Tilt. Tilt couldn't cut it out. Here's Pufflet. Could be a chance. Harper, sharp off his line, as you need to be when you're a goalkeeper. And the distribution's quick as well. So, what is this Wanderers formation? Yes. No, Nicholas Badolato is in central midfield alongside the captain, Riley Hollingdale. With Marcus Fernandez just ahead of those two. You've got Dalasandi wide on the right, and Khan Nizam wide on the left, number 35. Awan Luwal, the player furthest forward. As Zoricic tries to flick, can't keep it in play. So I think, that's it. Oh, well, at least I don't have to worry about figuring out subs anymore. No, not quite empty, but yeah, you know what I mean. The benches have been emptied by both sides, except for the 2 backup goalkeepers. Oh, shout out to @almost clutching. He liked my Formula 1 jokes. Oh, it's time to dump them all now. So, number 27, Julian Kopp getting hooked. It's like when Renault got rid of Nico Hulkenberg, right? Oh dear. I don't need people encouraging me. Anyway, Darcy Burgess running at Matthew O'Donoghue. And now space for Pufflet. It opened right up. He sent the ball over the crossbar. Header from Gordon, back to Glasic. Glasic to Zoricic. Pufflet. Glasic again. Tries the diagonal and O'Donoghue gets in the way there. No, a little bit of hesitation. And Hollingdale hits the grass, but the Wanderers have the ball. Oh, that's a great turn from Hollingdale. Gual. He's number 3, Daniel Ricciardo. Matthew O'Donoghue. Gets it back from Khan Nizam. Badalato. Sandy now. Gets away from Zoricic. Has some runners. Holds it up. Finds Hollingdale. Good crossing position. Fakes the cross. Now Hollingdale might shoot himself. And Hollingdale, I think he got a very faint touch. Possibly from... Oh, no, sorry. It wasn't Nizam, but whoever it was. It was, I think, Marcus Fernandez. Who lunged but couldn't make a telling touch. Great work from Hollingdale. Faking the cross. Making the position better. He almost threaded the perfect ball through to Fernandez. Final 10 minutes here. I was doing my research before the game. Actually, it's a bit hard to explain verbally. Would be better if I had graphics to support my point, but we can't have it all here at Football New South Wales. Harper is, it's not going to go into the box. He has to touch it, and then that's very cool. Work to find Franson. But, Franson, good diagonal to O'Donoghue. A little shimmy gets away from trouble, but it's Badalato under pressure. Franson. And yes, the point I was trying to make, if you split the games into 15-minute periods, so first to 15th minute, 16th to 30th minute, etc., both teams, they score the most in the final 15 minutes of the game, so from the 76th minute onwards. In that period of the game, Olympic have scored 12 times this season, and Wanderers, if you can believe it, have scored 19 goals in the 76th minute or later this season. So that is a very, very awkward way of making the point. Don't switch to someone else. Like, with respect to Will Gotsis, no. Listen to me until the finish game of this one. Then you can switch over to it, whatever you want. Through ball to O'Donovan, but O'Donovan beats Franson to that. And O'Donovan. Great target forward play. Here's Burgess. And Burgess is rip on. Tried to turn, almost ended up facing the goal, but he was dispossessed just in time from a Wanderers perspective. Glasic gets past the challenge. Zoricic. Glasic. Plays the 1-2. And Glasic to Pufflet. He shoots and Pufflet scores! That's a sensational goal, and that should wrap up the 3 points for Olympic. The interplay between Pufflet and Glasic was sublime, and the finish was even better. It's Sydney Olympic 3, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. What a sensational goal. The former Wanderers Academy player has put a dagger in the hearts of Western Sydney Wanderers tonight with a goal that would be worthy of making any highlight reel. In fact, let's see if we can make that happen for you folks.
That's all from number 9, Owen Pufflet.
Now it's cutting inside. Nizam doesn't get the contact, anywhere near the contact that would trouble Parsons. Oh, sorry, I was going quiet there. I'm actually texting the Golden Greek, Mark Stavroulakis, Football New South Wales media manager, just suggesting that the goal this man scored would be good to put on socials. Oh, it's going to be another one for Pufflet. As Harper, who's been so sure-footed the entire game, he slips up both literally and figuratively, sends the ball careering into Pufflet. The ball goes into the net, and it's 4-1 to Sydney Olympic. Well, that is why you tell forwards from a young age, always press, even if it feels like a lost cause. Keep running at them, keep pressing the defenders, keep pressing the goalkeeper. Because if you do, sometimes you get something like that. And in the space of a minute, Oliver Pufflet has doubled his tally for the season. Came into this game with 2 goals. He's now scored 2 goals. In this game, he's on 4 for the season. My maths isn't the best, but yeah, I think 2 plus 2 equals 4. I'm pretty confident about that. Well, and of course, an Olympic fan keen to point out Oliver Pufflet now on a hat-trick. Now the text I've just sent to the Greek god of New South Wales, just got to clarify which goal Pufflet scored is the one I would like. Sorry, it's not my call. The one I would like to be put on socials. I think it's touch off tilt corner. Well, yeah, of course, Oliver Pufflet right in the mixer near the penalty spot for this. Darcy Burgess, he has a short option coming, but I think he's just going to swing it straight into the blender. Harper's up there. Harper, good punch away from. There'll be another corner, but strong hand from Harper to keep it away from Ziggy Gordon's far post run. Burgess, there's a short option from Simmons. Yep. So that's what he chooses. Burgess stayed on side. The delivery flicked away by Lual, who's using his height in a defensive sense. Now, Sandy will intercept, but it's Gordon. He's keeping it alive. And he delivers a nice ball, and Pufflet, I think that's Pufflet, wants the touch. Oh, no, my apologies, it was Classic. So well, if that went in, we'd have the rarest of rare. One centre-back assisting a goal for another one. Touch from a Wanderers, takes it wide for another corner. And Olympic, they want a 5th goal. They work the 2-on-1. Here's Burgess into the box. Strong tackle. But they're trying to run it out. And O'Donoghue. Oh, it's an interesting ball for Nizam, but the spin ends up favouring Zoricic. And yeah, that is a free kick. Just briefly, what else do I have to plug? Oh, yes. Wednesday night. There's actually going to be 2 women's games Wednesday night at Valentine Sports Park. And with respect to the league game between Institute and Olympic, the big one is the Sapphire Cup final, 7:15 p.m. Wednesday, 21st of August at Valentine Sports Park between Northern Tigers and Sydney University. What a commentary team we've got. Nicola Posner and William Constantinidis will be bringing you the 2024 Sapphire Cup final. Shall I say, a very orthodox combination of commentators. And yes, for those of you who, if you like obscure references, I've got one, but I'll see how this attack plays out. With Zoricic cutting inside, and back it goes. Now Politis, eyes up. The ball to Burgess, that's more good play, and he's got options, cuts it back. Here's O'Donovan, left-footed, through the crowd, saved by Harper, but yes. Northern, but just to... How about this for obscure? That Sapphire Cup final on Wednesday, Northern Tigers versus Sydney Uni. I like to call that, wait for it, the Alex the Astronaut Derby. Yes, that well-known musician has played for both Northern Tigers and Sydney University. I was reaching deep into the brain for that one. Harbour with the nice fake to get rid of Ripon, but Olympic obviously buzzing after those two recent goals. We're in the 90th minute. Actually, I don't think we'll see a board, so we'll just have to guess the amount of time added on, I suppose. Cross comes in, and tilt prevents it from getting to O'Donovan. The man from Cork, his trademark goal. What a well-taken penalty. I've got a tattoo of a footballer from Cork, by the way, but that's another story. And send me a message if you want to see it. She's also played for the Wanderers, now that I think about it. Pass, Burgess, another crossing opportunity, stands it up, and Pufflet getting ready to try the spectacular for his hat-trick. Instead, Zoricic to the byline. Goal kick. And we're in stoppage time now, and Artsy. For the young ones amongst you, well, this is making me feel old. That this would actually be pretty much everyone under the age of 30 who would not remember a time before the fourth official would signal the minimum amount of additional time to end the half or to end the game. Yeah, this is what all football used to be like. So it's like my childhood, just a bit of mystery about how much longer this game will go on. Ripon to Burgess. Burgess threading it through, looking, I think, possible for Simmons anyway. It's broken up. Classic. Defending there from number 4, Michael Glassick. High quality, just like a Lando Norris qualifying lap. And that is very much an overhit diagonal ball. What more shameless F1 references can I make? Number 9, Oliver Pufflet. Marcus Ericsson would be wishing his Formula 1 career went as well as this game has gone for Oliver Pufflet. Johnny DePizio. And to Darcy Burgess. I tend to refer to Darcy Burgess by his full name, of course, because Olympic did used to have Max Burgess. But anyway, it's full time, and it's 3 points for Sydney Olympic in the penultimate round. They've defeated Western Sydney Wanderers Academy by 4-1. Tenkool opened the scoring in the 4th minute with the assist from Roy O'Donovan. There was a red card for Wanderers, but then they found an equaliser in 64th minute with their captain Riley Hollingdale converting from the penalty spot. Sydney Olympic went 2-1 up in the 72nd minute with Roy O'Donovan converting a penalty of his own, and then there were 2 late goals from the substitute Oliver Pufflet. He made it 3-1 with an absolute worldie after good interplay between him and Michael Glassick, and then charged down a clearance from the keeper, Tiger Harbour, to make it 4-1, and that's how we got to where we are. We hope you stick around on the Football New South Wales YouTube page for the remainder of the game at Lambert Park between RPL Leichhardt and Hills United, called by the honest Will Gotsis' last call for Football New South Wales before he hangs up the headset. Well done to Will Gotsis. But there's 2 7 p.m. kickoffs, 2 games about to start. From the Palace, Marconi Stallions versus Blacktown City, called by the pretty Russian Alexander Molchanov. And there's also from Barton Park, St. George FC versus Central Coast Mariners. A relegation battle there. It's between those 2 teams. But for now, this is Eric Subihano signing off for Football New South Wales on behalf of the State Federation and today's camera operator, Willie. Thanks for your support. Wishing you plenty of good vibes, great coffee, sick tattoos, Razzlers. And may your team score goals as good as that long-range goal that Oliver Pufflet just scored. See you next time.